like you to share the respiratory system notes because some of them were asking for the notes.
Oh yes, I totally forgot about that. I will, as soon as possible, I will send those notes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So today we are going to start our endocrine system. So, what do you people know about endocrine system? What is the first thing you comes to your mind about listening to endocrine system?
Glands.
Glands.
Glands. And glands are exocrine too. So, what is the difference between endocrine and exocrine?
And they directly secrete into the bloodstream.
How? Means,
They secrete hormones directly into the bloodstream.
yes. But how they are different from exocrine? How exocrine release their hormone and how exocrine hormones are acting?
Hmm.
Anyone?
Exocrine glands have ducts, ma'am. Exocrine glands have ducts. That is a major difference. And they, for example, like the pancreas, mammary glands, or
Hmm.
salivary glands, these glands have ducts. Whereas the endocrine glands, they do not have ducts.
Yes. So this is the main difference. Now today we're going to discuss about endocrine system. Now I'm going to share my screen. Okay. The endocrine glands make hormones and release them directly into the blood so they can travel to tissues and organs all over the body. Okay. So there are two types of glands, exocrine glands and endocrine glands. And what is the major difference? Exocrine glands secrete their products into body ducts, which carry the products into body cavities or the outer surface of body. For example, sweat glands, lacrimal glands, salivary glands, digestive glands. And what are endocrine glands? Endocrine glands are ductless glands of endocrine system that secrete their products, hormones, directly into the blood. Now, how the scenario is becoming means we all have seen like mm, saliva. Saliva is produced by salivary gland, and that saliva is released by salivary duct. And you can remember the liver is secreting bile juice, right? Mm, and the pancreas is secreting pancreatic juice. Best example is pancreas. Pancreas is at the same time it is exocrine and endocrine too. How it is exocrine? Pancreas, when secreting digestive juice, then the digestive juice is carried out by pancreatic duct and it is released to duodenum of small intestine. So that is why it is exocrine. But when it is releasing insulin hormone or when it is producing insulin hormone, that insulin hormone is not released through duct. The blood capillaries are spreaded around, means the blood capillaries are spreaded inside the pancreas, and those blood capillaries are getting insulin hormone directly from the beta cells of pancreas. The pancreatic beta cells are releasing insulin hormone directly to the nearest blood capillary. Then those blood capillaries are collecting that insulin hormone and going to its target site. Thus, exocrine and endocrine are different. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, there are 8 endocrine glands. What are those? First of all, pituitary gland. Pituitary gland was said to be master endocrine gland, but now new researches are telling that pituitary is also mastered by hypothalamus. So we can't tell pituitary as master endocrine gland. Pituitary is governed by hypothalamus. So master is hypothalamus. Yes, pituitary is regulating all other endocrine glands. It is the governing body of all other endocrine glands, but this pituitary is also governed by hypothalamus. Now, next is pineal gland. Then thyroid gland. You can see the pictures shown here. The pituitary gland.
If we ask about the master gland, then it should be pituitary, right? If there are choices amongst the glands, if they are asking for the master gland, then we should always write pituitary, right? For that.
No, if hypothalamus is there, then you should click for the hypothalamus.
Okay, in the set of options, if there are both pituitary and hypothalamus, then hypothalamus is what we have to select.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now you can see in the pictures the location of these endocrine glands. The pituitary is located just below the hypothalamus. Just below the hypothalamus, pituitary is located, and pituitary has a very specific portion. Means we have learned about the skeletal system, and in skeletal system we have discussed about the bones of cranium. There we have discussed about the ethmoid bone. In that ethmoid bone, a depression is present, right? A depression is present in ethmoid bone known as sella turcica. In that depression, pituitary is located just below the hypothalamus. So you can see here in this picture, it is the location of pituitary just below the hypothalamus, and in the above pituitary you can see level the pineal gland, then thyroid gland at the neck, and just behind the thyroid, 4 small parathyroid glands are also present. 4 very small glands just behind the thyroid gland. 4 glands are present, very small, known as parathyroid. Now, next is thymus gland. Thymus gland is present at chest. Then pancreas. We all have discussed the location of pancreas in digestive system. Then adrenal glands. Adrenal glands also has been discussed a bit in excretory system. Then gonads. Gonads are the primary sex organs. Okay. Primary sex organs are known as gonads. So in female, primary sex organs are ovaries. And in male, primary sex organs are testes. So these are gonads. Now, this is the complete structure of endocrine glands in a human body. Now, difference between enzymes and hormones. Okay. So enzymes are always proteinaceous, but hormones,
The eighth one,
yes,
after adrenal glands, what was the last one?
gonads. Gonads were the primary sex organs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Now we are discussing about the difference between enzymes and hormones. Most of people confuse between enzyme and hormone. So we are going to clear this. Enzymes are always proteinaceous. They are made of chains of amino acids, right? But hormones are maybe proteins or amines or steroids. Okay, their structure means chemical structure are different. Hormones may be proteinaceous or amine or steroids. Now, enzymes are macromolecules with high molecular weights, but hormones having low molecular weights. Now, enzymes are non-diffusible through cell membrane, but hormones are diffusible through cell membrane. So you can see enzymes are a bit heavy. They can't be diffused through cell membrane. But hormones are lightweight and they can be diffused through cell membrane. Now, enzymes either act intercellularly or carried by some duct to another site. But generally, hormones carried by blood to target organ. Hormones having very simple action. They are carried by blood to the target organ. Now, always enzymes act as biocatalysts and increase the rate of metabolic physiological process. Okay, enzymes generally means always act as biocatalysts. And what biocatalysts do? They increase the rate of metabolism. Okay, enzymes increase the rate of metabolism as they are acting as biocatalyst. But hormones may be excitatory or inhibitory in their physiological action. Means hormones may become excitatory, means they are stimulating something, or they are inhibiting something. Means just imagine that in case of milk production in mother, if a breastfeeding mother is having prolactin hormone, right? Now, prolactin hormone is uh, stimulating the production of milk in mammary gland. So, this is a type of excitatory hormone. And when this prolactin hormone is becoming inhibitory, then production of milk is becoming less, or production of milk is slowly reducing. So hormones are excitatory or inhibitory. Now, these enzymes catalyze reversible reaction. Means they have reversible reaction too, enzymes. But hormones controlled reactions are not reversible.
వినాలంతే
Uh,
ఆల్రెడీ మేము చదువుకుంది అవి వింటా ఉంటే పోతా ఉంటాయి లోపలికి.
any problem?
I think accidentally the microphone got unmuted.
No problem. Okay. So please keep in your mind that you should not disturb the class. Okay. No problem. Reaction. Yeah. Where we were discussing enzymes and hormones. So enzymes reaction rate increase with increase in their concentration up to a limit. Means as concentration of enzymes increase, the reaction rate or limit also increases. But deficiency or excess of hormone cause metabolic disorders and diseases. Okay. When hormones are getting imbalanced, in that case, if it is deficient or excess, then hormone causes metabolic disorders. In case of enzymes, reaction rate increases with increase in their concentration up to limit. Means if enzymes are getting increased, then the reaction rate or metabolic rate will increase. There are no big side effect of increasing enzymes or decreasing enzymes. If enzymes are decreasing, then a bit slow metabolic rate will be seen, but that is not too much dangerous. But if hormones are not in balance, if hormones are getting excess, or hormones are deficient, then in that case, uh, our metabolic disorders will come up. Okay. Now, enzymes act quickly, but hormones are quick acting while some slow acting with a lag period. Means enzymes, all enzymes act quickly. But in case of hormones, there are quick acting hormones too. There are slow acting hormones too. Okay. Like for example, if we take an example of slow acting hormone, like we take an example of um, growth hormone, or growth hormone, or the hormone of adolescent boy. Like if the hormone has to release the beard of an adolescent boy, then it will take a period of time. Suddenly in one night, one do not get 5 feet
రావట్లేదు ఇట్లా
5.
సరిపోయిందా
Your
ఇంట్లో పోయి
microphone.
చదివేస్తాను.
Hello, Manoj. Your microphone is getting turned on.
సారీ సార్.
Okay, so we were talking about hormones. So as we are taking example of hormone, sex hormone, like or growth hormone, then these are not acting in body. Just we are not getting our height in overnight. Like in last night we were of 4 feet, and today we are in 5 feet. We are of 5 feet. This does not happen. Growth hormone takes a time. Sex hormones takes a time. So hormones are quick acting too, slow acting too, with a lag period. But enzymes are always acting quickly. Okay. Now, we will discuss the glands one by one. First of all, the governing body of all other endocrine glands, that is pituitary gland, or the earlier called master gland. The pituitary gland is attached to the hypothalamus at the base of brain. Okay, you can see the picture here. At the base of brain, the ethmoid bone is present. Here, ethmoid bone is holding the brain from the base. Means ethmoid bone is the floor of brain. Okay, in that ethmoid bone, you can see here a depression in which pituitary gland is placed well. That depression is known as sella turcica. You will see in the PDF. I will provide you. The picture is getting a bit hazy here, or you may search in Google the depression in ethmoid bone known as sella turcica, holding pituitary gland very safely. Right? You can see here too in this picture.
Elatica, what is that, ma'am?
Sella turcica.
Sella
S-E-L-L.
turcica.
Sella turcica. Turcica. Now, pituitary gland is T-shaped small structure, also called the master gland. But now the term is changing. After new researches are coming, the master gland is known as hypothalamus. Now, pituitary gland can be divided into the anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. But in case of babies or infants, intermediate pituitary is also found in between these anterior and posterior pituitary. But as we are getting older, as we are getting adults, this intermediate portion is getting it is what we say that means the intermediate portion is what we say that it is developing, or it is vanishing.
Both
I
the
just
regions, can we think it this way that both the regions get merged or combined without that separation?
yeah, means when we are getting older, or when we are getting adults, some portion of our body, some bones of our body, some other portions of our body get matured, and some portions are getting vanished due to maturity or due to development, like that only.
Manjusha ji gave a word. Is it fused?
Yeah, we can say that. Means we are getting na that that portion is due to development of our body, that portion is getting vanished. Yeah, slowly, gradually.
Is it a bone that divides, or what is that which divides it?
No. That is a glandular body only. Just like anterior and posterior pituitary, that is a glandular body only. That is not bone.
Okay.
That is soft glandular body.
Okay.
Now, we will talk about anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary has secretes 7 major hormones. Okay. Now, these hormones are regulating all other factors or all other endocrine system. So, what are those 7 hormones? At first, very important, growth hormone. Second, thyroid stimulating hormone. Third, adrenocorticotropic hormone. Fourth, follicle stimulating hormone. Next, luteinizing hormone. And then prolactin hormone and lactotropic hormone. So these are the 7 hormones produced by or secreted by anterior pituitary. Sorry, this prolactin or lactotropic hormone is same. 7th is melanocyte stimulating hormone. Okay. Now, posterior pituitary, it secretes 2 major hormones. Those are anti-diuretic hormone and next is oxytocin. This antidiuretic hormone is also known as vasopressin. You can also remember the two hormones secreted by posterior pituitary are oxytocin and vasopressin. This vasopressin is antidiuretic hormone. Okay. Now we will discuss about each hormones a little bit detail.
There is the other hormone, vasopressin. Huh? What is
Yes,
it?
vasopressin.
Should it be below oxytocin?
No, the antidiuretic hormone is vasopressin. The
Okay.
another name of antidiuretic hormone is vasopressin.
Got it. Got it.
Okay. So, and these two hormones are not produced in posterior pituitary. These are stored in posterior pituitary. These two hormones are produced in hypothalamus. Right? These oxytocin and vasopressin are produced in hypothalamus and they are stored in posterior pituitary. And then according to the demand of body, these two are secreted from posterior pituitary. Now, the hormones of anterior pituitary are a first growth hormone, essential for growth of bones, muscles, and all other organs of body. Means growth hormone is essential for all the body tissues. Each and every tissue needs growth hormone. Okay, so here comes a question. Which hormone of pituitary gland do not have a particular target site? All other hormones having a particular target site, but growth hormone does not having a particular target site. It acts on whole body tissue. Each and every body tissue needs growth hormone. That is why growth hormone do not have any particular target site. So this is a very important question. Which gland of pituitary do not have a particular target site? Now, next is thyroid stimulating hormone. This thyroid stimulating hormone is essential for the growth of thyroid gland, which controls secretions and other activities of thyroid gland. Okay. Means it
This
has
growth
a
hormone, ma'am, one doubt.
yes.
Growth hormone, is it active throughout the lifespan of a human, or does it stop at some time? Because especially after the growth spurt is over, then the body almost becomes stagnant. The growth of the bones, muscles, and other organs.
Yeah.
During that time, is it dormant?
Yeah. The growth hormone is at its peak during our adolescent period. We grow highest, means the physical growth. Physical growth of our body is at our peak when we are in puberty.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in that period, growth hormone is also in peak. But in other times, growth hormone is not absent. Growth hormone is present, but not actively participating. Right? It is present. It's not absent.
Yeah.
Okay. The next is thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone is produced by anterior pituitary and it acts on thyroid gland, which is essential for the growth of thyroid gland, and this controls the secretion and other activities of thyroid gland. Secretions of thyroid gland are T3 and T4, right? Tetrahydrothyronine and trihydrothyronine, T3 and T4. And this TSH is also stimulated by TSH, means thyroid stimulating hormone, is also stimulated by the hormone from hypothalamus. Do you know the name of that hormone?
Pituitary. Secretion of pituitary.
Means that hormone secreted by hypothalamus and acting on pituitary.
Mm. No, ma'am, I don't remember.
Vasopressin.
No. Vasopressin is antidiuretic hormone. Now tell me, what is antidiuretic hormone? It is the name of antidiuretic hormone is clearing by its name only. In what direction antidiuretic? In which direction this terminology is going?
Towards the kidneys.
Yes, very good. Means not kidney, it is urea related, right? Means urine related. This antidiuretic hormone is controlling the concentration of our urine. Okay. If ADH or vasopressin is getting imbalanced, then our volume of urine will get imbalanced. If ADH or vasopressin is reduced in our body, then volume of urine will increase. They are inversely proportional, right? When ADH is decreasing, our volume of urine will increase. And that happens in case of diabetes, right? Now you can understand how endocrine system is deeply immersed in all the processes, all the diseases of our body. And that is known as diabetes insipidus. So antidiuretic, anti means antidiuretic. Urea means antidiuretic means the volume of urea or volume of urine is getting less. Anti volume of urine will become less, means urine will become concentrated. As much as ADH will increase, the concentration of urine will increase. The reduction in ADH will increase the volume of urine. Okay, clear?
Case of diabetics, the volume of urine decreases because there's a the volume of urine increases because there's a reduction of antidiuretic hormone.
Yes.
Okay.
Now what? Yeah, I was asking for the hormone released from hypothalamus and responsible for TSH. Okay, and that hormone is thyroid stimulating releasing hormone. TSH releasing hormone that is secreted by hypothalamus.
Repeat it, ma'am.
Thyroid stimulating releasing hormone. Now, the next is adrenocorticotropin hormone, essential for the growth and secretion of adrenal glands. Now, please tell me where these adrenal glands are present
Above the kidney.
and what are their shapes.
Cap shaped.
Please repeat.
They are in the shape of a cone, a cap shape, birthday cap. You gave an example.
Yeah, very good. They are cone shaped or triangular shaped. They are located just above the kidney. And this adrenocorticotropin hormone. And all these hormones are regulated by hypothalamus. Now, adrenocorticotropin releasing hormone is secreted by hypothalamus. And due to adrenocorticotropin releasing hormone, adrenocorticotropin hormone is secreted. And this means this is a chain. Hypothalamus is secreting adrenocorticotropin releasing hormone. Now, the cells of pituitary is getting stimulated, and cells of pituitary is producing adrenocorticotropic hormone. Now, this adrenocorticotropic hormone is acting on adrenal glands or the cortex of adrenal glands. Okay. Now, this cortex of adrenal glands are producing cortisol. So, this is a chain or this is a loop. Now, the excess amount of cortisol, or if there is enough amount of cortisol in blood, then blood will send a signal to brain that there is enough amount of cortisol in blood. Please stop or inhibit the corticotropin releasing hormone. Okay, so this is a chain, or this is a cycle, or this is a loop of endocrine system. Our body is having beautiful processes. God is ultimate mechanical engineer of our body. So you can see how beautifully the system of endocrine glands, endocrine hormones are being regulated by our body on its own. When we need, body demands cortisol, then the signal is going to brain. The brain is stimulating hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is producing corticotropin releasing hormone, adrenocorticotropin releasing hormone. Then this hormone is coming to pituitary. Pituitary is secreting adrenocorticotropin hormone. Now this hormone is coming to adrenal gland. The cortex of adrenal gland is producing cortisol. And when there is enough amount of cortisol in our body, then blood will again send the signal to brain that we don't need any more cortisol. Please inhibit the production of cortisol. So again, the instruction will govern from hypothalamus that please inhibit the process.
Ma'am, what does pituitary do then? It just gets the signal from the hypothalamus, and the secretion also is done by hypothalamus, right?
Pituitary is also an endocrine gland, and it is governed by hypothalamus. So when hypothalamus is secreting hormones, like all these hormones like growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, all these hormones are secreted when the hormones from hypothalamus is coming to pituitary, and they are stimulating the cells of pituitary. Growth hormones are produced by pituitary due to the somatotropin cells. Means all these hormones in pituitary are produced by different cells. Growth hormones are produced by somatotropin cells. Thyroid stimulating hormones are produced by different cells. Adrenocorticotropic hormones are produced by different cells. So all these cells are different and producing different hormones. Now, particular cell of pituitary is getting stimulated by particular hormone secreted from hypothalamus. Like for example, hypothalamus is producing growth hormone releasing hormone. Okay. For example, in very basic terminology, hypothalamus at first is producing growth hormone releasing hormone at very first. Then these hormone coming to pituitary and stimulating the somatotropin cells of pituitary gland. Now, these somatotropin cells of pituitary gland are producing growth hormone. And now this growth hormone is released to bloodstream and it is acting throughout the body. Like that only, hypothalamus is producing thyroid stimulating releasing hormone, and this hormone is coming to pituitary. Pituitary is producing thyroid stimulating hormone, and then thyroid stimulating hormone is going to thyroid gland. Then thyroid gland is producing T3 and T4. Okay, is it clear now?
Cells of the pituitary gland are stimulated when the hypothalamus releases the thyroid stimulating releasing hormone, ma'am.
I'm not getting you. Please repeat.
You said there are specific cells in the pituitary gland that get stimulated for releasing each of these, right?
Yes, yes.
So for growth hormone, it is somatotropin cells.
Yes.
And for thyroid stimulating hormone, which cell?
I just forgot about all the type of cells of pituitary gland. I will send you if I remember that.
Is that important to remember, ma'am?
No, it's not that important. It's not that important. It's important for medical students.
Okay.
All you need is enough for, and these slides are enough for all you need. Okay, don't go beyond that. It's enough. So where were we? We were in the adrenocorticotropin hormone. So adrenocorticotropin hormone is going to adrenal gland, cortex or adrenal gland, and those are producing cortisol. Next is follicle stimulating hormone. It is gonadotropic hormone. It stimulates the growth of ovarian follicles in the female and production of sperm in male. Okay. So what is the function of FSH or follicle stimulating hormone? In female, follicles of ovaries are getting developed, or growth of follicles of ovary is getting stimulated, and in male, production of sperm is getting stimulated due to follicle stimulating hormone. Next is luteinizing hormone. It is gonadotropic hormone stimulating the development of corpus luteum in female ovarian follicles and production of testosterone in male. Okay, so two gonadotropic hormones are released from pituitary. Those are FSH and LH, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone stimulates the gonads, that are ovaries in female and testes in male. And luteinizing hormones are stimulating the development of corpus luteum in female, that are present in follicles of ovaries, and production of testosterone in male. Next is prolactin or lactotropin hormone. These hormones stimulates the development and growth of mammary gland and milk production during pregnancy. Okay. So here comes a question. What does prolactin do in male? So prolactin has a function in male too. It has a function in sperm. The quality of sperm and the production of sperm is also having a factor of prolactin. Prolactin is directly related to the production of milk in pregnant women or breastfeeding women. But in male, production of sperm is also a bit affected by prolactin. So next is melanocyte stimulating hormone. These hormone regulates skin pigmentation and promotes deposit of melanin in skin after exposure to sunlight. Okay, so this is the hormone mainly responsible for darkening of our skin. Okay, as much as the dark skin you see, the melanocyte stimulating hormone is, or melanin hormone is uh, mm, much more in that body. Means darker skin is directly proportional to melanocyte stimulating hormone or melanin hormone. Okay, so this melanocyte stimulating hormone regulates the skin pigmentation or deposition of melanin in skin after exposure to sunlight. So that is why after exposure to sunlight we get tanning. Now, posterior pituitary, anti-diuretic hormone or vasopressin and oxytocin. These two hormones are stored in posterior pituitary but produced in hypothalamus. Okay. So controlling of body's water balancing mechanism is done by vasopressin or anti-diuretic hormone. Now, class ले रही हूँ यार. Yes. So vasopressin is responsible for controlling body's water balance mechanism. That already we have discussed earlier, that as vasopressin increases, the concentration of urine increases. Okay. As vasopressin decreases, the volume of urine increases. So it stimulates the reabsorption of water by renal tubules. We have already discussed in excretory system the mechanism of reabsorption in nephron, right? And do you remember what are those loops and what are those tubules known as, and capsule we have already discussed?
Yes, ma'am. Loop of Henle, posterior convoluted tube,
And
distal convoluted tube.
you skipped the main filtering portion.
Glomerulus.
Yes,
Target
that is the main
capsule.
filtering portion. Yes. So blood is getting filtered in glomerular filtration, and then proximal loop of Henle and distal convoluted tubule are there. There, water reabsorption takes place. Okay. Now, next is oxytocin. Oxytocin controls urine contraction during delivery, and it also stimulates the mammary glands to release milk. Now, see the difference between prolactin and oxytocin. Both are responsible for the breastfeeding, but prolactin is responsible for the production of milk, but oxytocin is responsible for the release of milk from mammary gland. Like if there is enough amount of prolactin but deficient amount of oxytocin, then what will happen? Mammary gland
Not
is
be released.
yes,
Not be released. Though it is produced, it won't be released.
yes. The mammary glands are having enough amount of milk produced by those glands, but it can't be released because the muscular contraction is not happening due to oxytocin, due to deficiency of oxytocin. Oxytocin is doing? Oxytocin is responsible for the contraction of muscles. So when muscle contraction is taking place, then release of milk is taking place. So it also controls the urine contraction during pregnancy. Uterine contraction during pregnancy means when the child birth is taking place, when the delivery is taking place, then uterine or uterus must have to contract, or it has to generate a pressure to push out the baby from the birth canal. So that uterine muscle contraction is also done by oxytocin, and release of milk from mammary gland is also done by oxytocin, because oxytocin is responsible for the contraction of muscles. Okay, so it's 9:01 and you are having next class. I think we should conclude here only. So sit comfortably, close your eyes, erect your spine, and adapt Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest. Now take a deep and long breath and exhale completely. Become physically active and mentally relaxed. Be totally relaxed. Now repeat the prayer. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Now rub your palms, put those palms on your facial muscles. Feel the warmth, feel the energy, and open your eyes with a smile. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Vedu.
Thank you, ma'am.